an easy practice that I use every day that helps me to get into my belief garden. And I every day I work on expanding the plot of gratitude in my belief garden. Every day. And it's easy, it's simple. And the quickest way there for me is to just repeat the phrase thank you in my mind. Thank you. And I do this, I try and hit it first thing in the morning before I even get out of bed. I should mention that this dotted line right here, it's that spot where we're half awake, half asleep, right? Because consciously we're awake. When we're asleep, we're in the subconscious, we're dreaming. And this dot is like, well, it's the divider between the two. It's that place where you wake up and you're still half sleeping and you remember a dream. And you're like, oh, that was cool. That was cool. And then half an hour later, you can't remember it at all. It's like, what was that? I don't know. You know, and the reason you remembered it is because you're like, it's fuzzy, man. You're half in consciousness, half in the subconscious. So I think that's a special time of the day for us. And when I'm engaged with that time, that's ideally the time I want to begin to say thank yous in my mind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And just through repetition, through repeating something over and over, that's how it begins to sink into the subconscious. You know, and that's how it starts getting into the belief garden. It's just through repetition. Thank you, thank you. And this time in the morning is a very effective time to do that, but any time is an effective time to do it. And you don't need any specific thing to be thankful for either when you're using the thank you practice. The idea is you start saying thank you, so you're taking control of this. You're saying thank you, you know. So you're in charge at that point of your internal dialogue. You're in charge. You're empowered. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And what I've noticed for myself is when I start saying that, I'm directing my mind to seek reasons to fulfill the statement. Such as unless I'm walking to the bathroom in the morning, I'm like, thank you, I'm half asleep. And then I'm like, oh, I have a roof over my head. Awesome, you know. Wow, I got running water. How cool is that? You know, at that time I was in the dentist chair getting my tooth drilled, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say thank yous, this is a drag, you know? Then I was like, about halfway through, I really wasn't gonna do it either. Halfway through, I was like, I'll try it, you know, for an experiment. Might as well. So I said, thank you. And it took, I'm not exaggerating, probably 2 seconds, maybe in under 2 seconds, my suffering went from like an 8 to a 4, because I just became really grateful that I was able to have this procedure done. You know, I'm getting it fixed. That's great. You know, I was like, whoa. And then, so my suffering just shifted through consciously taking control of the dialogue and saying thank yous. And in doing so, every day, I am consciously working on growing that plot of gratitude in my belief garden. And according to, I don't know, just a lot of different sources, they say, you want to be a good manifester, just be more grateful. So I'm like, yeah, I'm down with that. I want to be able to manifest stuff. You know, so that's one way of getting into the belief garden, is just saying thank you whenever. I've used it interpersonally too. I was with my eldest daughter, and we were driving, and we were getting in some argument, debate thing, which, you know, we have done in the past. And I don't even know what it was about, but in my mind, I was like, wait, this is enough. I don't want to do this anymore. And I started saying thank you in my mind. And then I just became, again, I was directing my mind. And then my mind was like, oh, you're with your daughter. Isn't that cool? Be grateful for that. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. But it's easy to just get carried away by negative energy. And I don't know, the thank you is a great way to be empowered over that. And with my clients, I suggest they try and say at least 100 thank yous a day, you know. And I don't know how many I say, but I try and say some every day for sure. But that's one way of getting into the subconscious, through just repetition. And that's how it's used against us too, like in advertising, you know, they'll just repeat a message over and over, or the news will repeat something over and over and over and over and over, you know, the whole thing, until it just starts sinking into people's belief gardens, right? Same thing. Only we can use it to our advantage. You know, let's use it to become more empowered, to become more compassionate, become more, just better manifestors.
To become more involved in the Heart Mind Center, join our community and explore our membership options.
Also, check out our podcast, Mindflow Radio.
Mindflow Radio.